Here it is, here we go. I just thought I have to share some of my experiences here when I've been here at MIU for several months now. It was an interesting thing coming here, and everything was new, and all of the environment, everything is new. People, I do not even have time to speak Lithuanian, and that is very interesting. I used to only film some videos or Instagram stories in English, and now I'm just all the time functioning in English. I feel kind of as if I am building my new identity of sort. This might be influenced by the fact that I do not have a studio to paint in right now. I have my computer on which I can work digitally and make digital artworks, and that's it. But still, it is an interesting experience. And I cannot tell enough how grateful I am for the ability to practice Transcendental Meditation and TM Siddhi program in the dome, in a big group. It just gives another level of growth, another level of experience of that field of bliss. And the growth is immeasurable. It feels as if all the things that I have gone through in my life, they are resurfacing again for me to review them for the sake of just saying bye-bye to them and letting them go, because most of the things, of course, they're not the best experiences. I have some things stored deep inside that are quite hurtful and hard to deal with. Why is my computer making noise? Okay, whatever. So I am really happy that I have this technique which allows me to just say goodbye to all those things. And one of the things that I want to talk about is trusting in your own worth. My perspective is of an artist, but that applies just to any field in life and any person with any activity. I just catch myself thinking bad thoughts about myself, really. I am becoming aware of that, and it makes me sad that I have allowed for so long to think about myself, my own precious self, to treat that self this way. I do not know where I learned this, and I am going to cry right now. But somehow it formed in this way without me even noticing, with many experiences. And I don't know at which point that value was lost, the self-value, self-worth. So this is one of the things that I'm reviewing right now with the help of very powerful mind development practice. And I believe that I think that my awareness of that, my ability to recognize these patterns in myself, I think this is the really important step in releasing those thought patterns. So when you are an artist, everything you want to do is just enjoy, explore, get inspired from that exploration. Just be happy about everything. Observe what is happening in your environment. And then pulling inspiration from that, freely create. To freely create, yes. To just enjoy this process and then enjoy your creations and share them with everyone. And then upon receiving the feedback, grow and also enjoy that sharing as well, as that is also a part of your creative process. And at some point, we can lose the ability to enjoy because our thoughts interrupt, and they can say, oh, you're no good, what are you doing? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? What a complete nonsense. So I spent many years in this kind of thinking habits, and I do not know where they came from. But I am happy to say that being in this place and learning about the deepest and most profound things, about consciousness, which is the source of everything, I am starting to really believe that all that thinking was inspired by the environment, which I cannot say it was not the best, because it was kind of good for my growth, because it formed me to be more resilient, I suppose, to be more hard, like the landscape. Like the landscape is a little bit more harsh and rocky and cold in the windy and cold weather. I mean, in the locations which have more harsh weather. Like if you compare Spanish climate to Norway climate. Spain has all these palm trees and parrots flying around, and Norway has many deers, little pine trees, and rocky mountainous forests, and beautiful fjords, which are also rocky and cold. So I guess I was formed to be mountainous and rocky seascape. And right now I have the ability to recognize that actually this is my strength. And I'm really starting to enjoy all this process and where it is leading me to. And right now I am curating an exhibition of 3 young fabulous artists. They are textile artists, they are young, they just at the start of their careers, and the subtlety and the refinement of their approach to art and to the world is just so inspiring. I think that all of the artists who can be this sensitive towards their own feelings and towards the environment have this huge gift that allows them to create from the most subtle level of feeling. And in this way the artist can recognize certain trends, certain atmospheres of the current day, because those atmospheres, they are on the level of feeling, which is not yet put into words. It is just very faint. And by recognizing that and being able to put it into a form, a physical structure in the material world, it allows the audience to recognize those things too. And this uplifts. It uplifts the audience, it uplifts the society. And this is actually very evolutionary. And what helps is that ability to be so sensitive, ability to access the reality from this very subtle level of feeling. So I am tremendously inspired by these 3 amazing artists, because they really have this kind of approach to their creation, to creativity. And even though this curatorial project was a little bit different than the usual ones, because I am so far away, I am across the big body of water, but once I start thinking about all the ideas and how I am putting them together, it is just that wholeness that comes from what they are doing, and when it is put together and it is formed into one big whole, it is just so uplifting for me as well to find those connections, because everyone, all 3 of them, they are different. Their approach is different, even though all of them are textile artists. But some deep idea on a bit deeper level, it is just joining everything together. And I cannot wait to see how it will look like. I wonder now why I chose to talk about my own experience, my own self-growth experience, and then I wandered to the exhibition. But I think all of this also connects, because the exhibition is about the liminal space, about the relative, about the fragile existence and about the sacred at the same time. And I'm thinking that this is also my own, it really reflects how I am feeling right now. Right now in here. The weather is getting pretty cold here, but I do not feel cold anymore. I feel happy. I have overcome so many things now. I have reviewed all the movies stored in my inner video archives. All the comedies, the horror movies, lots of drama, lots of science fiction, documentaries. It helped me a lot, these reviews. And I am thinking that even though it is hard to watch these reviews, but when I remember why I am here, what is the purpose of being here, which is to just grow to whatever level that is possible, which is just without any ceiling. There is no limit to the growth. It is just evolving and evolving and evolving to the infinity. And to just because I'm always thinking that the artist is the most important tool for their artwork, and personal growth is the most important thing before creating anything. So by growing yourself, you can then put deeper, more relevant things into your art, which then inspires the growth in the people. And I choose that term utopian for describing my pieces, but it can be understood as naive or fictional or satirical. It can be understood however you want, but to me it is real, it is the reality, and this is why I choose this. And I really believe that we can grow to that, to freely create, freely enjoy, and live in peace. Some time ago I met a Lithuanian lady here, which was so nice to see a person from your own country and to be able to speak your language. I saw that she was she was enjoying speaking Lithuanian too, and me as well. It was strange to do that in this place, but it was so nice. And she asked me, I mentioned something about curating an exhibition, and she asked me if I am a big artist, and I started laughing a bit, but then I thought, yes, sure, I am. My goal, if I am still not at the level I aim to be, but at least I am not afraid anymore to say it for myself, which was kind of stupidly the case before. I am not afraid to say to myself that I want to be globally recognized artist, and everyone should just learn how to pronounce my surname. If everyone can if everyone can learn how to say Yves Saint Laurent and Jacques Mousse. What else? Oh, and the Monastère. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly either. But still, saying Ruta Matulevičiūtė is very convenient to learn because this is a world star. Yes, thank you. So yes, today I feel good about myself and I am proud of everything that I have experienced and everything that I have went through. And even though I was not perfect at those times, we all have to learn, and we are learning that all of us, we are worth the highest things that are possible, and we are worth living in enjoyment and peace, and that's it. And now it is time for me to record the presentation for the exhibition opening. I enjoy speaking to this lens glass thing looking at me. I will do this more. I will find ways to do that. And until then, have a beautiful time and just enjoy.